He was on his own design, won last year, the stable won last year.
Big pedigrees, some quite sizable reputations and some fancy entries as well. This is the Feilden Stakes, and here's John Hunt.
Thank you, Nick. And they're off and racing. Salal just got a little bit twitchy just seconds before the gates opened and was one of the slowest ones away. Nightwalker also right at the back of the field. But in the early stages of the bet 365 Feilden Stakes, to the far side of the group, Last Galileo away well, but the hugely experienced Green Storm now comes through to lead the field against the near side running rail. King of Cities is in third place with Masai Moon for company. Then Law of Design, Almeric on the wide outside. Green Storm making this a thorough test now. They're going much quicker now. Salal still second last. Last of all is Nightwalker, and Green Storm leads the Feilden Stakes field by nearly 3 lengths. Last Galileo in second place, Masai Moon behind them, and King of Cities. Then Law of Design, Almeric still on the wide outside and being tracked by Nightwalker. Meanwhile, Salal is eyeing up a gap, looking as though he's trying to follow Masai Moon through if he can, as they now bunch up a little bit. Green Storm not quite so far clear, and they've got less than half a mile left to run. So Green Storm's still the leader, but they have closed the gap a little bit on him. In second place is Last Galileo, Masai Moon, now flat to the boards to go off in chase. King of Cities still travelling well. Almeric, Salal's had to switch track position. He's now in behind King of Cities, trying to make progress. Nightwalker on the outside, floundering a bit now, and Law of Design's dropped tamely away, and now the 2 furlong marker is in sight. Green Storm with King of Cities and Almeric into fourth, but only fourth for Salal. He looks well held. There are now just 2 in it. The Feilden Stakes lies between Almeric and King of Cities. They come down to the furlong marker. King of Cities not giving an inch. Almeric just in front. They've drawn an impressive 10 lengths clear of the field. Almeric just in front now from King of Cities. Almeric going on by nearly a length. Almeric continues Andrew Balding's scintillating start to the season. King of Cities was second. They were well clear of Nightwalker.
Oh, they had a right set too and provided us with an absorbing race for the Bet365 Feilden Stakes. The winner is number 1 Almeric in the colours of breeder Kirsten Rousing, another from a fine family and by her stallion Study of Man. Under Oisin Murphy for Andrew Balding has beaten King of Cities for Sheikh Mohammed Abeid, Richard Hannon and Ryan Moore, and the pair are a mile clear, maybe 8-10 lengths clear of the eventual third. There was some quite nice late work being done by Nightwalker, and indeed it is him that has got third, and a quite comprehensive third as well, ahead of Green Storm, who carved out the running in the middle of the race and rather cut it open. The market leader, uneasy market leader Salal, was only 5th. Almeric, as John Hunt said in the call, continuing Andrew Balding's golden run following his 4-timer on Greenham Stakes Day at Newbury at the weekend.
Yes, and it was Andrew Balding who had a horse beat King of Cities in the Haynes Hanson Clark Stakes at Newbury last year as well. So Richard Hannon will be sick of the back of them. There's a student inquiry. They did wander around as they came under strong pressure. Every time Almeric went to the front, King of Cities rallied, but it was only in the last 25 yards that he really pulled away on Almeric and Oisin Murphy. It was a cracking battle between the two. I think Green Storm's paid for racing against the rail. The evidence of the first 2 races is that is not where you want to be, and he's run, I think, better than his finishing position suggests in fourth, because you see him right up against the rail. Masai Moon also travelled a lot on the rail. He finished well tailed off. He beat only Last Galileo home. We'll have a look at the head-on because there is this Stewards. They might have come close.
The first past the post here is in the Dancy. He's also in the Irish Derby. He's not in the Derby. For all, Andrew Balding is very fond of running horses at Epsom. He's not in the Derby at this stage.
His second horse is in the Dante, in the Irish Guineas, also the Derby and the Irish Derby. This is where the winner's just drifting towards the stands rail, taking the runner up with him. He has interfered with him slightly.
It's quite a sustained
it is
run across the track.
And just near the line, it got very tight for room for King of Cities. I would say they'll consider that the interference didn't make a difference in the result, didn't improve the winner's placing, but they did come close. They came very close, and as you say, it was sustained.
Okay, let's take it from the early stages. And for a second or two, it looked as though this race might be run at a crawl, and then really, Green Storm grabbed hold, and those at the back were just content to bide their time a little bit.
And he came to the stands rail, Tom Marquand, from Masai Moon, also on the stand side, and then initially Salal in the yellow Sheikh Ahmed colours was also near the rail, and those three haven't been involved in the finish. It might be significant. The horses on the rail in the first race didn't do well.
They appear to be cutting up quite a bit on this stand side rail as well. The winner is trapped deeper on the track.
Deeper on the track, tracking the last Galileo, with King of Cities in second place of the group in the middle of the course. Law of Design featured up to halfway, and the winner just making a steady run down the middle of the course, followed by Nightwalker, who was a bit sluggish, as though the run were needed. He's run respectively though.
Just in case you're wondering what the winner's pedigree might suggest in terms of distance, well, there are some really stout steps close up in the pedigree. Alice Esperanza was best at 10 furlongs, but Alcaeus, winner over 14 furlongs. Altesse Stakes, winner over 12 furlongs. Albert Bridgel, good winner, rated 95 over 2 miles. Alabaster, 2 miles 5, recorded his best Racing Post rating. So this horse will get a mile and a half and a bit more.
He already looks like a stayer, doesn't he? He gallops and he stays. He's just edging left, which is probably just a bit of greenness. Only his third run. And he took the second horse with him, and the stewards are having a look, but I'm pretty sure they'll maintain the places. They've drawn right away from Nightwalker. I'm sure Nightwalker